I thought their defense played extremely well. They had a great plan for us. They executed it really well. They had a great safety, a great linebacker. Both of them played great. And, they were playing for their playoff life. A loss to us was going to eliminate them, and it was going to guarantee us a playoff spot. So both teams were playing extremely hard, and I think what we saw was what we expected. I knew their offense was a little bit limited. They've had some injuries like we have, and I knew their defense is really good. I think the more you do it, the better you get. We've had a bunch of close games this year, and we've pulled most of them out. So, all of them really. Cedar Park beat us, I think, 10 or so, or maybe a little bit more. And then, of course, Trinity, they stomped a mud hole in us. But on these close games, especially these district games, I think we've, kind of weathered that storm. And a lot of that to me, it just goes back to how hard our kids work, to be a part of this program. And so in the fourth quarter, we're usually pretty good. Well, we're just kind of refreshing. Like, we're going to work out some on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, kind of give our kids a couple of days plus the weekend days off and kind of get refreshed and heal up some and just get away from here. We've been here since August the 13th, almost every day. We coaches have been here every day. Kids have been here every day but Sunday. So we got a lot of resting to do is what I really want. It's a grind to have your open date this late in the year, but I feel like we came out of our first 9 games really good, and here we are with a chance to rest, and that's what we're going to try to do. And then, Wednesday and Thursday, Friday, we're going to obviously work on Haltom, and then of course next week we'll have a regular prep week. He's a 4-year starter. He started for us as a freshman, and he's been in a whole bunch of high school football games, and we've won most of those. So he's a winner. He's a leader. He's a captain of this team, and he leads by example. He'll say something to somebody if he needs to, and then he always leads by example. So just the kind of kid you love having in your program. But the way things have played out, the timing's great. It was hard to get here. It was a grind to get here. But now that we're here, we got an extra week to get prepared for the best team in the district, undefeated right now. If we beat them, we get a piece of the district title, no matter what else happens. So we're excited about the opportunity. We've won 5 district championships in a row, and we're trying to win 6, and it's a big deal to this football team. Well, Anthony's played great. He wasn't a starter at the beginning of the year, and the more we played, the more we practiced, the more we saw what he could do. And since he started, he's been playing fantastic. And he did make some big plays for us in that game. Our whole defense played extremely well. We shut out a team, a 6A football team at their house, and a team that was playing for a playoff spot, to stay alive. And couldn't get enough of just how good they played. It was Daylon Green, it was Gonzalez, a bunch of our guys, the whole front, Zai Palk, the whole front played extremely well. And Daylon has been playing great every game, and he had another fantastic game. And then you can't say enough about our secondary, Tristan Lopez. It seems like every game he finds a way to get a turnover. And those guys are, Coach Chester and his staff, they've done a fantastic job of getting those guys ready, and then they're going out and performing at a high level. He's gotten better and better as the year's gone on. He was a JV kid for us, a really good JV player for us, and we knew he was going to be a guy that we had to count on this year, and I think he's done a fantastic job. He seems to catch a game-changing kind of ball every game. A lot of times it's for a touchdown, and sometimes it's just a first down, but he's got real sure hands, getting better and better at his route running, and just a great attitude. I think you see some of that. Most guys have a guy they feel real comfortable and they go to in the crunch time and stuff like that. And Dabbert's been that way for us all year. Although we only had 2 games with Maverick starting with him, he was that way in those games too. So he's just a reliable guy. He's got great hands, and we like to throw the ball to him. A lot of our stuff's designed to him, and he's sure-handed and just a real tough kid. He's the biggest receiver we got right now since Lupton got hurt, and somebody that we got to depend on. When you watch film, the safety was kind of you can't really tell if he fumbles it or if his arm's going forward. It's kind of gray, I guess you'd say, but he doesn't let things bother him. guy got in his face, and we should have protected him better. And we made a bad play on offense, put our defense in a bind. But he doesn't let those things faze him. I mean, that's the best thing about him is he's a talented kid, and he's young. He's a sophomore, but he doesn't play like a sophomore. You know, he's mature beyond his years when it comes to football, and he's never let anything rattle him that I've seen. You know, first rattle out of the box, we go play a really good Cedar Park team, and I thought he played really well. You know, and then he's gotten better and better each week, and kind of just takes what the defense can give us. And you know, he had over 100 yards rushing and over 100 throwing, and when we get that out of that position, we're excited about it. Yeah, I mean, anytime that you get 2 weeks when they only have one, I think it helps you. You know, I mean, that's just, to me, that's just, the more work you get on them, the better you're going to be. You know, Haltom is a really good football team. It wasn't a fluke that they beat Trinity, and they've got skilled people everywhere. Got a great quarterback, probably the best quarterback in the district, and he's a runner and a thrower, and man, he's impressive. And defensively, they're kind of like us. They're a little bit undersized, but they play extremely hard. And you know, it's going to be a big challenge for us, but we got a lot to play for. You know, we're already in the playoffs, but if we can win district, that's a big deal. And then also, there's a chance, outside chance, we could get a #1 seed if we finish, you know, 5-1, and Trinity has a hiccup somewhere along the way. They got 2 to go, so you know, we'll know a lot more after this Friday, but feel good about the opportunity and just with a chance to get a share of that title. I don't really think the first round is a big difference in talent. I mean, you're either going to probably play Lamar, Arlington Lamar, or Arlington Martin. Lamar did beat Martin when they played, but both teams are very talented, extremely athletic. Anytime we play those Arlington schools, we're usually in a little bit of an athletic deficit, but we always play them good. We always play hard against those guys. We've beaten several of them, but it's going to be tough no matter who you play in Arlington. And the second round, we go back out west, and some of that's going to depend. Probably be like a Permian or maybe Odessa High or maybe even Midland High. It just kind of depends on how that all shakes out. And but you know, right now we're just worried about Haltom, and that's our focus.